This is the reason why so many career-driven women have problems in the dating world. You say, I want a man that make $100,000. You eliminated 85% of all men. Half of that 15% is married. Half of them gay. Then you want him over 6 feet. 2%. He can't be obese. 1%. You at a half a percent of a man that you gotta look for. You gotta find him, and then he gotta like you back.
Most women aren't asking for a man to be 6 foot with a six-pack making six figures. All we ask is that a man be faithful, that he doesn't feel like cooking and cleaning is woman's work. He doesn't expect to split the bills but not the chores. Here's men under 6 foot getting married every single day. These are not our requirements. These are what men think that women want. The same men who are complaining that a woman's standards are too high are expecting to meet a woman who is a virgin but also an acrobat in the bedroom, who wants to split bills and loves to do nothing but her spare time except cooking and cleaning and raising children. These are
Hello guys, welcome to the blog. My name is Apollonia, and today's video is about men complaining that women have standard. And I couldn't agree more with Shanda, actually my favorite life coach. Shout out to Shanda. And yeah, imagine women are not asking for much. Let me tell you one thing. Women are not asking for much. They're asking you to throw the trash without them telling you to wash the dishes if you see them dirty, to wipe the floor if maybe the cat puked there or something like that. You know, it's the little things. Actually, most women are not even asking for much. These men just don't want to improve, and they want us to stay mediocre, you know. They want us to be below them, and they want us, they don't want to change at all. They don't want to improve in anything. And they expect us to, accept that and, be submissive to that. I mean, oh my God, these men are just delusional. Anyway, today's video is about that. I hope you're going to learn something today. Please don't forget to share this video and comment down below your opinions. And yeah, see you as we go.
also submissive in every way, including the finances, even though he's the one with bankruptcies and bad credit. Men want to be the only one who have standards. He actually disproves his own point, because most women in a relationship with a man right now, that man isn't 6 foot with a six-pack making six figures. You got lucky enough to get the 0.5% of man that you're talking about? Or did women give men who weren't those things a chance like they've always done? I don't think single women are being unrealistic. I think they just refuse to make any more concessions than they already have. What they don't understand is that some women would much rather be single than to settle. They're not mad that your standards are too high. They're mad that you have standards at all.
Every woman says, I'm never going to settle for a man. Never lower your standards for no man, but that's why you're never going to find one. Your standards are too high. For most of you women in here that want all these guys that are masculine, maybe have a good job, that are very responsible, loyal, that knows how to pick up after themselves, that's going to clean, that has high integrity, high morals, and looks good, and above 6 foot. Those guys are taken. The more options a man has, the less likely you're going to be able to trust him.
Oh my God, the way he's mentioning all these things, you know, the standards you're calling, these are just like normal things every guy should possess. Like every guy should have good morals, every guy should be, clean, every guy should be able to cook, every guy should be able to take care of themselves and, look good. I mean, these are not standards. These are, the normal things that a human being that is grown up should have. He didn't mention any standards there, So actually they are refusing to do the bare minimum. That is what they are refusing to do. They don't want to do anything, and they expect you to love them the way they are, the way lazy they are, the way don't care they are. That's how they want you to love them. It's just sad.
Your standards are too dang high.
This is like
That's exactly what the problem is.
Talking to me about being late today. This is exactly what
Your standards are too high. And if you keep your standards this high, you're never going to find someone that you like. You're going to be 35 years old, and guess what? The same guys you're going to be chasing after, they're going to find chicks 10 years younger than you, and they're going to go after them. It's just going to happen.
Okay.
So you got to lower your standards.
I think that's the worst advice ever.
Really?
Yes!
Well, fine.
Well?
You can go ahead and do that and talk in 15 years and see if you get married.
Okay.
Actually, that is not an advice. That is more of threats, as they always do, trying to threaten women that they're gonna be cat lazy ladies. They're going to, get old alone. They're going to be lonely. They will never find a man. Really? Oh my God! I'm so happy for women right now. They are waking up. Women are really, really waking up, and I'm so excited for this. And I love this for women because you know what? These guys have to improve. These guys have to change. We can't stay mediocre like this, So yeah, I'm so happy. That was not advice. Those were threats, as they always do. They just want you to calm down, to be in their level, Misery loves company. But no, we're not giving these guys this comfort. Stay high maintenance, ladies.
Women's standards today are completely unrealistic.
Who are you referring to? I have a playlist of like 150 videos at least, has to be, at this point, of just how absurdly, embarrassingly low the bar has gotten. I don't know how it could go any lower.
Their list of what they want in a guy is too long. This is why you hear women saying, I can't find any good men. There are no good men out there.
Is it though? Because I feel like when you talk to actual women, like real women in the real world, as opposed to just looking at videos of street interviews on TikTok, that you find the bar is not nearly as high as you guys make it out to be, right? The bar is basically to be better than nothing, right? Is her life better with you than by herself with her friends? That's too high.
There are plenty of good men out there. They exist. They are in this world. They always have been.
Hey, guess what? We agree. My guess, though, is that most of those men don't listen to channels like you.
The data doesn't lie. There are more single women now than ever, and it is not like men have completely changed.
You're almost stumbling into the answer right here, because we agree on this as well. Men haven't changed that much. Right? The same advice being given to young men today is the exact same advice that you and I were given back when we were young studs on the market. But the world has changed. Society has changed. And if you expect to be able to offer the same things in a relationship that our fathers and our grandfathers got away with because society treated women more like property than human beings, then yeah, I guess the bar is going to seem pretty high.
In fact, I would argue that men are doing better than ever. It's so much easier for a man today to be successful. He has access to information in the internet to become a better guy. Men are leveling up everywhere.
The problem is guys like you are defining leveling up as shit like this.
Dating a woman with a high body count is risky. Toxic masculinity is a lie.
Men should never, ever, ever, no matter what the circumstance, marry for love.
Don't ever tell a girl that you like her. Stop being yourself.
And so young guys see this and they're leveling up, but for other men. And women are like, we don't like those things. We don't want those things. And guys like you are like, well, don't listen to women, listen to me. What do women know? And then young guys are like, I don't get it. I'm doing all the things the guy on the internet said, and I still can't get any women.
Bye.
Some of these men actually think having money is enough, and they're lying to each other that, you need to have a lot of money so as to be a high value man. But if you look closely, these men cannot even start a washing machine. They can't even start a dishwasher on a serious one. Like, they are babies with money and they want women to mother them, If you look closely, most of these guys can barely even live alone because they can't maintain a house or something like that. Most women are not even looking for money or that big money, Of course, you should have money, but you know what? They're not looking for millionaires. Most women are looking for a guy who can earn enough money to raise a family, and a man who can lead and, good morals and all that stuff, Most women are not looking for much. But these guys are complicating everything. It's all about, you need to have money and that's it. Like, we have money, that's it. You're man enough.
If the list is too long, you'll never find that guy.
It's not that their list was too long. It's that you never looked at their list. You made your own list, and when they didn't like it, you decided they were wrong.
Now we try to date, and these girls are way more interested in a career, in a job, than a family. And, I feel like I'm the feminine one, because I'm like, hey, what about the kids? What about the family? Don't we want to do this? And she's like, I need to study. I have goals. I have career. I have purpose. It's totally flipped.
Since you seem confused, let me tell you why that may be the case. She gets her education. She moves on in her career. She makes sure she has her own money because she's not going to bet on you, because too many women have done that in the past and gotten burned for it. It's not enough that a man tells you that he wants to have kids. What kind of father do you plan to be? Because she could end up being a married single mom, taking care of the kids, and a man who acts like one. They've seen plenty of videos of men who weaponize their incompetence, fathers who don't know their child's eye color, teacher's name, birth birthday, if they have a peanut allergy. There's more to being a father than your genetic contribution. Do you plan to be up at 2 a.m. for these feedings? Are you changing diapers? Are you going to PTA meetings? Are you giving baths? Are you helping with homework? Women don't just want you to give them a baby. They want you to help them raise one. They don't want you to have a backup plan. They don't want you to have something you can fall back on in the event they leave you. They want you to have no choice but to stay with them. Otherwise, how will you survive? The single version of you would leave them in a second, the moment your needs weren't being met. He may be able to convince the mommy version of you to keep the family together despite him cheating or disrespecting you. What about the child? That's why he wants the child. Some men want a child with you because that's a part of their strategy, not because they always dreamed of being a dad.
Oh my God, ladies, if I will tell you how many women I've seen leave their education, leave their colleges to follow a man who has no direction, who has no goals, who has no future. In the name of love, they followed this man. They went probably to another country or to another city or to another state. And, they hung on this guy to save the family financially, yeah? And she went ahead and had the babies and, raised the babies. And somewhere in the middle, things did not work out. And she is now thrown out with nothing to fall back to, with no education, with no college degree, with no money, with no job. Oh my goodness. That's why we can't listen to men who say this, I want you to stay in the house. I want to take care of you. No, we can't trust that because, we know what happens. We know what happens. Anything can happen. It doesn't even have to be separation. It can be death. What are you going to do if you didn't, if you listen to this man to take care of all the financial issues, in the house? Oh my, guys, do not fall into this. Oh, this bullshit of like, I'm going to take care of you. My woman should not work. My woman, my who? Every woman should have their own coin coming from somewhere. I don't know, from a hobby or from, I don't know, from a job, from anywhere, from social media. Please do not even start a relationship if you don't have an income. I'm one of them who did that mistake and I learned the hard way, yeah? Don't start having babies when you don't have money for yourself,
If you a female that got standards, you can't compete with no female that ain't got none. I'm aware that this is going to go over some of y'all heads and I'm going to take this personal rather than listening to what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. When I was younger, I never challenged men. Oh, challenge you masculine. That's not what I'm talking about. I never really asked men the essential questions while dealing with them, whether we were together or we were just dating. She's 100% correct. Not all men, but a lot of men love airheads. If you never challenge them, if you have no real standards, you're first on the list to get put through a mattress. Trust that. Because you're easy to manipulate and really you just another body. I guarantee if you ask the essential questions on that first date, they're going to go running. Now, obviously not the one that's meant for you, but y'all know what I mean. Some of y'all be like, I have standards, and your only standard be that he says that you're pretty. Men are not dumb people, and I want y'all to get that out of y'all heads. They know which women to deal with. So some of y'all be like, all the men want me. And a lot of times it's because they see no value past your body. I'm not saying I got all the answers, but I know a lot of men that are co-sign this message, and I'm going to leave it.
Every time I talk about the Black community, specifically XY chromosomes, I get an influx of men in my comment section upset that I have really high standards. And I'm going to say this to any woman who is willing and able to receive it. The reason why I have high standards is because my great-grandmother and my grandmother could not. That is the reason why. My matriarchal lineage is the reason why I don't settle in my relationships. Because imagine me settling for a dusty man who thinks because I'm fat, I don't deserve anything, when my grandmother or great-grandmother had to settle for a man because she could not own property, because she could not have a bank account. I am her wildest dreams, and I'm not willing to give that up because a bunch of men think my waistline isn't acceptable because their mother let her waistline dictate who she had a child with. You are allowed to have high standards. You should have high standards because your grandmother did not have those rights.
Guys, have you ever wondered why men think since you are plus size, you have no standards or you have low standards or something like that? Oh my God, I love this for this lady. I love her, her confidence and her attitude. Oh my goodness, because I don't know why men, actually when you reject a man while you're plus size, it's like they feel like who are you to reject me? You are nothing. You're fat. You're blah 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 blah. It just amazes me on a serious note. It amazes me. But guys, as I said, women are not joking this time around. Women are up. Those standards are up there, and I'm so good. That's why I share these videos, you guys, because yes, I want these standards to be, in the skies.
When you tolerate bad behavior from a man, essentially you are saying to yourself that's what you deserve. You are saying to yourself and you are saying to the world that that is what you are okay with. That is the standard that you are fine with. And on a conscious level, you would say to me, no, that's not what I want. Why would I want to be treated like that? But you let him treat you like that. So evidently that's what you're okay with. You let me walk into your house with muddy boots on, spreading mud all over your floor around your house. Generally speaking, would you be okay with it? Nobody would. But if I knock on your door with my muddy boots and you let me in and I walk in, you can say that, oh, I don't want you to do that, I don't want you to do this, etc. But you open the door and you're still letting me do it. And you haven't made any efforts to get me out of the house apart from complaint. And this is exactly what women do when it comes to men, or some women do when it comes to some men. They say that they are not okay with XYZ, but they will still proceed to let it happen. Again and again and again and again. And the reason why this is dangerous, because you will start to reaffirm to yourself on a subconscious level that this is your standard, this is the most that you will ever get, this is what you deserve. And then when you believe that, you start to tolerate it, you start to be okay with it, you start to get used to it. And then because of that, that will forever be your standard. So even if you leave the current man that is doing that, when you find a new man, the same thing's gonna happen again and again and again. This is why a lot of women find themselves in the same cycles with different men.
I like the way this guy explained everything here beautifully. And yeah, guys, I hope you learned something. I think, yeah, it's true. Most women actually are the ones who lower their standards to these bad men. Yeah? And then they think that, they can go to every woman who has high standards and try to lower them. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. And I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to comment down below and share this video. And I'll see you in the next one.